Meet Milo, the most serious security guard in the supermarket. Milo had his first suspect. Unfortunately, it was a mannequin. Milo had discovered another suspicious object. A potato! Milo had found a moving shopping cart, and apparently, it was his most dangerous suspect yet. Milo had heard a noise, and he was absolutely determined to find the culprit. Milo had discovered important evidence. Unfortunately, it was just a shopping receipt. Milo finally caught a real suspect. Unfortunately, it was a bread roll. Milo had faced a dangerous new threat, the terrifying sound of potato chips. Milo had stopped another serious threat, a carton of milk that refused to stand straight. Milo had uncovered a second suspect, and this time, there were two of them. Milo had discovered something invisible, and he was absolutely certain it was suspicious. Milo had discovered the strangest suspect yet, a sponge that fought back. Milo had discovered a dangerous situation, a stack of boxes that was slightly crooked. Milo had finally found a machine that was definitely up to something. Probably. Milo had discovered a machine that kept making noises, and naturally, he had to investigate. Milo had discovered doors that opened by themselves. Clearly, this required an investigation. Milo had spotted something suspicious above him, and unfortunately, it could fly. Milo had found a suspicious bag, and after a full investigation, it turned out to contain absolutely nothing. Milo had discovered a suspicious bottle. Then, another one joined the investigation. Milo thought he had solved the case, but the ice cream had other plans. Milo had finally found a suspicious cat. Unfortunately, it was himself. Milo had discovered a suspicious squeaky wheel, and apparently, it was refusing to cooperate. One orange was suspicious. 2 were concerning. 3 meant Milo had a case. Milo had one crooked yogurt cup under control, until another one joined the rebellion. Milo had stopped one suspicious roll, but apparently the entire shelf was involved. Milo had secured the soap, but apparently even soap could not be trusted. Milo had finally organized the evidence, but one notebook clearly had other ideas. Milo had one simple job: keep the cereal boxes where they belonged. Milo had secured the shopping baskets, but they apparently had a mind of their own. Milo had discovered suspicious snacks, and he was taking the case very seriously. Milo had found another suspicious object, and this one could spin. Milo had discovered a suspicious can, and it refused to stay where he put it. Milo had secured the milk, but apparently dairy products were working together. Milo had discovered bananas behaving suspiciously, and he was not taking any chances. Milo had secured the bakery boxes, but one of them clearly refused to follow the rules. Milo had closed the container, but the lid clearly had other plans. Milo had secured the cups, but apparently they had their own escape plan. Milo had seen this before. Suspicious cans were apparently everywhere. Milo had discovered a suspicious piece of cloth, and it refused to stop moving. Milo had finally reached the checkout, and apparently, even receipts were trying to escape. Milo thought he had secured the shopping cart, but apparently, it had somewhere else to be. Milo had identified the squeaky wheel, and unfortunately, it knew exactly how to get his attention. Milo had found a suspicious price tag, and apparently, it refused to stay quiet. Milo had found another suspicious box, and it clearly refused to stay in line. Milo had straightened the tray twice. Apparently, it still had unfinished business. Milo had stopped the runaway ball, but apparently, it wanted one last round. Milo had secured the paper towels, but one roll clearly wanted to escape. Milo had caught a runaway bottle, and even recycling couldn't stop the investigation. Milo had straightened the sign 3 times and still suspected foul play. 50 cases into his shift, and Milo still trusted absolutely nothing. Milo had secured the fruit display, but one orange apparently had its own agenda. Milo had secured the bakery, but one little roll refused to stay put.